What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Yo.
The different fearsome foursome this evening. Gotta love
Those brave enough to show up.
But of course. Do apologize for my absence last week. I had some personal stuff that had to get addressed and taken care of, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed at this point. I get no more curveballs like that, like I did last week. I just can't. You can't hit 4 baseballs with one bat at the same time.
Sure, you can.
Different spots. It's just not going to happen. You wish you had a big bat. It just doesn't happen. It felt more like a toothpick.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know that. We don't want to get into that's what she said just yet. It doesn't quite work for that. Needless to say.
The joke will never get old.
Yeah, it never gets old. Never.
It can't be old. We redo it like every 10 minutes.
That's true.
You say. That's right. That is correct. Trez, what in the blue blazes are you doing?
Putting a shirt on.
We can tell. We can hear it.
Well,
I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up or not.
Actually, how did your I'd love to turn around and chat real fast with how your event went yesterday.
10 people showed up, but it was a really good card. So it was
Baby
fun.
steps.
Thank God I'm bald because I would have been pulling my hair out all weekend. So.
Well, Bryce had a baseball practice right at 5 o'clock. And we were even in between spaces and places. And I was like, damn, Sean's got the thing. And then I thought it was later, to tell you the truth. I thought it was later on. So that's why I was like, okay, after baseball, we go.
Well, promoting 101, I should have realized that the Browns game was at 1 o'clock, and I thought it was later. So that played a big part of it, with it being the home opener.
Yeah, that does put a poo-poo on it. Big time.
A little bit. But no, everybody that was there had fun. So
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Right.
Damn Skippy. Yeah, Clint with the Clint. Hopefully, you are enjoying this evening, sir. We'll look forward to catching up with you tomorrow night on the Idgits with Mr. Adam. Okay. Oh, how would they go? High five. No, other side.
Your other left, Adam.
Yeah. Are we going to address the elephant in the room? The fantasy game yesterday?
The tie?
The tie. Okay, I was going to say, what could be more of an elephant than the 1-point loss the week before? Oh, that's right. A 0-point loss.
Okay, since I have not had a few seconds to look, so that is intriguing. Akers should take a loss because he's the Ravens fan. Oh, that must be brutal.
No, because then he'll turn around and say, well, we beat the Chiefs unlike the Browns, so I shouldn't get a loss.
Yeah, I was going to say the Ravens managed to win.
Well, you can thank Clyde Edwards for, fumbling. That didn't help.
Yeah, that left a little bit of a mark on a particular league. I will not name any names.
Wait, somebody started CEH?
I will not name any names.
I believe Adam raised his hand. Adam raised his hand. I was going to
say. Yeah, I don't understand, the one league in Georgia is I can't get half my receivers to get over 30 points a fucking week. Like I'm just struggling to score points that like just waiting. I grant it's only week 2. Can we show up in week 3?
Like I said, you got to give it 3 to 4 weeks. The problem is if at the end of 3 to 4 weeks you still don't have it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, believe me. Every day I'm looking at the waiver wire hoping somebody got
Yes.
dropped. You know.
Yeah.
Hell, I picked up
So-
David Carr or Derek Carr, whatever the fuck his name is from the Raiders, just because he's been fucking having a great couple games. You know, fuck, he's 2-0. They beat the Steelers and the fucking Ravens.
No lie, I picked him up in a league.
See,
I mean,
well, you also
so long as he keeps putting up numbers, I mean, what the hell?
what did you do? Give Matt Ryan a week and said, "See ya."
Who?
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
heard of him.
Pretty much never. Well, Clint, you should just be grateful that I don't go by the bench points to break the tie because you would have got smoked.
Well, ties are fine. I mean, they happen
Yeah,
in the
ties
NFL.
are
They're
absolutely.
fine.
Yeah, they're fun. And they're fine. It just puts you up in the, hey, I didn't win, I didn't lose. And when it comes to a playoff picture, you can sneak yourself right in there because of that tie.
It just screws everything up. So it's perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
see, the one dilemma I have is in one of George's leagues, which I only won one game out of the 3 leagues of his that I'm in, is I have fucking Tom Brady and Kyler Murray, 2 dudes that are playing lights out right now. Like, I don't think you don't start Brady considering he's got 9 TDs in 2 games, you know. But I'm like, damn. And I looked at the thing. I think Kyler actually scored more points than him in George's league yesterday. But it's like you can't just not start Brady.
I mean, that's called trade bait. I mean, think
Thought
what you
about
can
that.
get for him right now.
No, it's called keeping it close to the best.
No, you
I
deal
keep
that
it
and
all. I get rid of nothing.
you pick up a number 1 running back and 2 number 1 wide receivers for that.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't do draft
both
picks.
get injured.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
they
this-
both
that would
go
be-
on the IR.
That would be my luck.
Speaking of which, how about that Tyrod Taylor giving another rookie a starting chance?
Hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. Did I not call that technically?
Yep. Yes, sir. It's, you know,
He's
if
like
I'm Tyrod
he's
Taylor,
basically like Jedrick Wills can't go into Kansas City and not get hurt. Tyrod can't do the same in Cleveland.
no matter where
Tyrod
Tyrod goes, pop in a new rookie.
Which we get to see him in all his glory on Thursday night this week.
Good old Davis Mills.
That's
Household
that's
name.
That's going to be tons of fun.
Yeah,
Tons of
we get to watch CMC.
On a short week.
Yeah.
This is going to be entertainment. Because sometimes we give out advice, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's even good advice. But if Carolina's defense is out there, might want to think about picking that up.
Yeah, did you see that? I saw a stat. They said that the 128 or whatever yards they allowed to New Orleans, that was New Orleans' worst since before Sean Payton was even coaching there. Like, that tells you something.
Now, on the flip side, with my fantasy rules and scoring, even though the Saints got blown the hell out, they got 243 points because they got all the return yards. They earned it all back in kickoff return yards. So, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And, I played Brandon in the Ohio League. He had the Saints defense and did that. And I was like, ooh, that's a little close. Our game is actually finished, and I won by 41 points, which is a little tight.
Fuck, I don't even think I scored 1,000 in one of your leagues this week.
Well,
I got 800 something.
I am grateful for the Derrick Henry kick in the pants, finally.
I'm
That's
sorry.
sure.
Who was complaining about Henry at the half only having like so many points?
Akers, probably.
Yeah, I think it was Akers.
You think Henry's not going to get his points sooner or later?
Right?
And statistically, second halves are so much better than first halves for running backs.
Yeah, look at the Browns.
Sorry, I just pulled up the 891 points that the Guardian of Football currently has.
And
But-
George is bailed.
No, we
Bye,
lost
George.
George.
That's all right. We did this last week without him, and we survived.
I'm the captain now.
Is this where I pop back on shirtless?
No. Hang
No.
on first.
can't-
Let me see. Do I have any privileges? I have no privileges here, so no.
It's worth a shot, though.
Nah, I'm on my porch. I'm good.
Give the neighbors a show.
No.
I'm sorry, Adam. I'm trying to find your team to see where. Oh, are you Bishop Sycamore?
No,
Oh, damn.
that's Doug.
Alright.
Which one? Which league is it?
I don't know. Are you greatest show on paper?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Let's see where you went wrong.
Look at my bench and all the.
No. Okay, number one, Kamara is a must start, and he killed anybody that had him. Ooh, Jarvis. Ooh. Yeah, see, you have A.J. Brown. I've got him in a league. Yep, he killed me too.
Well, the thing that was surprising to me was they wanted me to start Jarvis over Amari Cooper because of point-wise. But then I thought of the matchup being better for Jarvis against Houston, and then he got hurt after one
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah, that's one of those, I understand you get projections and that kind of thing, but sometimes you just get too cute and
Right.
you just screw yourself over. Tony Pollard on the bench. Yeah.
I just
you
picked him up yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, there you go. And I was going to bring this up as at some point I figured we'd get to Zeke, and no, Zeke didn't have a bad day, but I think an incredibly concerning stat about that game was, Zeke did okay, but he almost damn near split carries with Pollard, and Pollard went off.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty sure going forward, you're almost looking at a timeshare until something happens.
And that's the sad part is I think I shared that in our core chat about what is it? It's been 650 days since Zeke had 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, good God.
And you have Dak Prescott just like me. Yeah.
Did they have they officially said what's going on with Landry yet?
A day-to-day MCL sprain.
It is a sprain.
Yeah, he's day-to-day, unfortunately.
The radio this afternoon made it sound like they were fucking ready to make a funeral service for him.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, what I'm seeing here is it's saying week to week. So
So he'll
the-
probably
but
be
the
out
back-
for about 2-3 weeks.
But the thing is that means OBJ has to come back this Sunday because they just released that Davis kid that was a stud in preseason that was suspended the first 2 games. He's like, I'm back, and then they go and released his ass.
yeah. Well, here's the thing about OBJ, and I know obviously Cleveland guys, you've been discussing it in the chat. So he tore his ACL in November of last year?
I think it was either late October or early November, one of the two.
Okay.
It was the game
So-
after Dallas, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was week 4, whatever week 4 was, or whatever it
Okay.
was.
So late October, bro. It was October then. Regardless, I mean, they always say ACL's 9 to 12 months. I can tell you right now, 9 months is for a quarterback who doesn't
Right.
put the torque on the knee like running backs and wide receivers. So you've got to be looking at closer to 12 months for wide receiver.
And the thing is, I don't think they're trying to rush him either, and I'm okay
No.
with that.
Right.
You know,
Right. That's the thing. Even when he comes back, probably not 100%, but you're kind of at the point now where you damn well might need him.
Yeah, 'cause you can't depend on 2 rookies with Schwartz and then Felton, which Felton looked like a damn Madden cheat code yesterday, busting all the tackles for his first touchdown.
Who do you guys have this week coming up?
Chicago at home.
Chicago.
So, question is, are we getting Dalton or are we getting Fields?
Yeah, we'll probably end up seeing Fields.
No, we want Dalton. This is the last week for
You want
Dalton.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Zeke's starting to wear down and then a lot of carries in the first 3 years. Clint, I mean, you could be right. I mean, last year they just had absolutely nothing for him to work with. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, a stat that I had from last year for Dallas, other than Prescott going down, between their starting left and right tackles and their right guard, they missed 36 games due to injury. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
you
and
had
think
no
about it.
line.
And think about it, because what was it? Zeke's rookie year, he had the 1,000 yards or whatever he had. He went out and bought them all like those fucking Gator things for because of them haven't given him. And so he obviously didn't have that last year, so he had a down year as well. And he didn't have his quarterback. So I mean, I get it. I'm not trying to stick up for the guy because believe me,
Nope.
I took him the 1 year in fantasy. He had a shitty year. I said, nope, I'm done with Zeke.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I mean, he's kind of in a prove it mode at this point, especially with how this season started. Which kind of sucks because most people that have him, you probably took him late first round. If you're lucky, maybe he went into the second, but I don't think he went into the second.
How much do you think Dalvin Cook fantasy owners were flipping out a little bit yesterday for a slight moment when he went down?
Yeah, I mean, same thing with CMC went out briefly.
Yeah, the cramps.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, oh
Right.
my god.
But have you noticed though? Do you think it has a lot to do with these guys not playing in the preseason that you're starting to see these guys dropping like flies?
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's.
I think a small percentage of it, yeah.
I can definitely
because you're
see
not
it.
really going like full bore during training camp outside of like when they were practicing with the Giants and shit. You're not going 100%, and then you sit these guys out preseason because you don't want them to get hurt because you got money invested in them, and 3-4 games in, you got guys dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest promise to make. If I find black marker anywhere, I'm gonna be really mad.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, just had a work call pop in.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, didn't see that coming. It's like, oh crap. So had to take that real quick.
No, you're good. You're good. Zolt ran things smoothly like always.
And we're still here.
Well, thanks to Zolt, he talked Sean out of taking his shirt off to get you to come back, but he didn't have any controls to let Sean do that. He goes, no. He goes, I don't have anything that can save us. Don't do that.
All I just know is I just see black darkness.
He's on his porch.
Yeah.
I'm on my porch, and I got a loose wire somewhere because that porch light does not work.
Turn your car
So
lights
it's
on.
like it's a Blair Witch Project kind of thing right now. Just
Nice.
You gotta start crying and running through the woods.
I went 1-4 in fantasy this week.
Awesome.
I haven't had a winning week in 2 weeks. It's like shit.
Yeah,
And the thing is I'm not mad about my free leagues. It's the money leagues that I'm in that I'm like 0-2 in, and it's like fuck.
I just want to know how I got so far on the bad side of the fantasy gods, because I'm in 3 leagues. Okay,
And now Sean fell out.
all 3 of those leagues now, between last week and this week, I have played Schroeds.
No.
In one of your leagues, George, I played him last week. I played him this week in the other one, and I'm also playing him this week in my league. So,
Good Lord.
Sorry.
it's
What's your record this week against him?
hang on. I'm 1-2 both weeks. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I've beaten him. I actually have a shot in, I think it's MI Aces, but it's got to be a specific. Like, I'm down 100. I've got Devontae, but he has Aaron Jones. So I need this to be like nothing but air attack.
Air attack.
I need Adams to catch like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I
And
was
have
gonna
like
say,
Jones take a couple fumbles.
Yeah, I need AJ Dillon to get in the game.
yeah, I'm in the MI Aces. I've got. I was kind of concerned, and it threw me off because Griffith put the LA Rams logo up there since he drafted Stafford, And I didn't know at first who the hell it was I was playing. And when I was talking to Scott today, I was like, yeah, I says, I'm only down by, I think, 10 to 15 points. I says, and I got Swift going. I says, I'm hoping I'm okay. And he goes, yeah, kiss my ass. I was like, oh, that's you. He goes, yeah, it's me. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, when you're projected for 1349 in Georgia's league and you only come up with 800, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Dude, even my bench guys wouldn't have fucking won a game. It was bad this week.
That's been bad. I mean, like I'm to the point I'm ready to drop Edwards-Helaire to the bench, but I don't have anything else to really. Unless I can't start Chubb and Hunt. I mean, I could, but I don't think that'd be very smart.
And then I got a phone call from my old man bitching because I have to go over and set his league. Well, in between trying to pick players up for him and drop players, I apparently left a flex position open. So he's like, I'm going to lose this game. And
Well, the thing that pissed me off yesterday was the whole thing with Marquise Brown. Like, I couldn't wait till 8 o'clock to not change the position if he didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I changed it, and then the cocksucker goes off last night.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody had a field day last night.
That's how that works.
Well, and the thing is I didn't realize with the number change that he's number 5 now. That threw me off because I'm looking for 15, and here he is number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting some adjusting done with that.
Well, let's see. For the Dueling Aces, Ryan has Swift and Adams both going, and I'm up by 400.
Just 400.
Just 400.
Just 400.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be a tight game, boys.
It is.
It is.
You'd be surprised how many times you've been down by 400 and one receiver gets 500.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely wasn't this week for me.
No.
Yeah, with my scoring system, 400 is not safe. Hell, 800 isn't safe.
Yeah.
I had somebody that needed 812 points, and they got 820. I was like, that's crazy.
Wow,
you got 818.
Detroit's up 7-0.
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
Well, not with DeAndre Swift, who only got 2 points.
I see that. He's got 2 points. Well, that's all right. Devontae Adams has 0.
Well, they're just not getting the ball, so you're good.
That's true. Wait, are you saying that Detroit actually took the kickoff and marched down the field and scored?
Well, did you not see that meme that's going around where I think it's Jones, Rodgers, and Adams, where he's like, man, we're losing, and Rodgers is like, no, y'all are losing. It's like, damn.
Wow. As
they
much
lose to Detroit, there's trouble in paradise, I think, in Green Bay.
I don't want to ever give Pittsburgh people's teams credit for anything. Ooh,
nor should you.
Damn.
Please tell me I think you are.
Try that again. There we go. We'll full screen this bad boy. Just in honor for Suds and somebody getting posterized. Watch Najee. Get off me!
It's not Derrick Henry worthy, but it's close.
That's not far from it.
I said for a rookie, that's pretty damn good. Just saying.
That's a big boy to be taking the stiff.
Yeah.
So apparently, it must be. Is it something with the guys in the number 24?
Maybe. I mean, he had his hand on the guy's right shoulder and literally bodied him across his body.
Yes, he did. He just.
I mean, yeah, that was where the momentum was going, but still, I mean, that's impressive.
I feel bad for that kid having no offensive line.
And he got a full extension on him to knock him down too. Just get off me.
Since we're bringing up highlights and lowlights, can we talk about the Texans and Cleveland and the 3rd down penalty?
Where they declined it and punted?
Oh my God. I wanted to see the close-up of our guys going,
Well, I mean, okay, right there, that's a coach that needs to be fired. This is the NFL. That's a fireable offense there.
that
You
was
just
sick.
ended a drive.
That was sick. I couldn't. I'm.
And you know, like 2/3 of those players at least are going like, we're doing what?
What?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when you just go, what in the blue hell is going on? That you know, it's sad because hey, for the second week in a row I didn't pick the Texans winning, and they did. Maybe this week I'm going to just turn around and not pick the Texans and definitely or pick the Texans and then not pick the Jags, and maybe it'll be reversed.
I will not pick the Texans this season. I won't.
Even against the
Telling you
Jags,
right,
they got
I'm
another
telling-
rematch.
even against the Jags.
Wow. Okay. Do you have a better shot at picking the Texans or the Jets?
I will pick the Jets at this point.
Yeah, I'll pick the Jets. Although, I mean, what a
Yeah,
game they had.
I don't know what that was yesterday.
That's what you call a learning experience.
Well, they said, what was it, that Zach Wilson had 5 interceptions in 2 games, and he only threw 3 his senior year at BYU.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
So,
well, Peyton Manning didn't have a stellar rookie year either.
right.
I mean, so the Colts were supposed to be garbage too, and you just give it a little time. And so I'm kind of thinking that too. I think between him and Jones both, I think both teams are pretty well. I mean, it's much better aligned than Miami with the Tua situation.
Yeah. How long do they say he's out for? Did they ever say yet?
It's just bruised ribs.
Yeah, I think it's day to day.
It's
It's gonna be how can he tough it out?
He's out too now.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's big from Clint.
Wow. Oh yeah, that was funny as well. If you had not,
Couldn't type that with a straight face.
if you had not seen the Nagy says, Andy Dalton is my starting quarterback. Huh? Wait a second. But the PR department for the Bears came out a few hours later stating that to clarify the message from the coach, when Andy Dalton is healthy, he will be our starter. Translation, if Fields kicks ass over the next game and a half, even if he does lose to Cleveland this week, and does pretty damn well and makes it a shootout, okay, Nagy, you're probably going to have to eat your words.
Andy Dalton will never be healthy again.
Can we get the doctor for him that Tyrod Taylor had puncture the lung?
Oh. That'll be brutal. That will be ugly. That will be brutal.
So is the next Tyrod Taylor T-shirt going to be like making careers out of rookies since such and such year? Or making rookies household names?
Who's got more?
How far back we have to go to start that?
Who's got more team jerseys hanging up, Dalton or Taylor?
Taylor, I would think.
Taylor. Dalton's only got 3.
Oh, okay.
Cincinnati, Dallas, and Chicago.
And now Chicago.
Okay.
Now you want to talk about somebody that would top both of them? Fitzmagic.
Jeff George.
Yeah, Jeff George was another one.
Jeff George, I think, almost played for everybody.
He about played for every fucking arena football team too.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah, if you needed the arena football news, Sean would be your guy. He knew everything about that damn league.
Well, I mean, okay, hang on. Jeff George was Indianapolis, Atlanta, Oakland, Minnesota, Washington. Tyrod. I Taylor was.
Leave it to Zolt going right to it.
Hang on. Baltimore, Buffalo, Cleveland, Chargers, Houston. And we said Andy Dalton was 3.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Dallas.
Fitzmagic, how many he got?
Okay.
Well, he started in what? Buffalo?
Yeah, I think.
Although to be fair, Fitzmagic has like 5 more years on the other guys.
So they got time.
St. Louis, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Tennessee, Houston, Jets, Tampa Bay, Miami, Washington.
That's 9.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay. New leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I still pick him up as my backup, though.
He's only 38. I was going to say, he's got another year, too, if he wants it. Okay. You know, some of the things I love about Pro Football Reference, they throw the their nicknames in there after their name. So obviously he's got Fitzmagic. I don't know that I've ever heard the other nickname before. The Amish Rifle.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
I like the one I always use for him. Conor McGregor's older alcoholic brother.
The Amish Rifle.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You kind of like that better than Fitzmagic a little bit.
Right.
I was going to say, that's interesting. That is very interesting, needless to say.
Oh, that's right. He's got bowling now on Mondays, don't he?
Football practice.
Or football
Right.
practice.
But he will also have bowling, too.
George, you gonna
I thought his was Monday Night Bowling, too.
you gonna be at the alley tomorrow, George?
No, it'll be a little tight because Bryce has he has his pre-bowl tomorrow night.
There you go.
Why you're hurting? You're hurting.
No, we actually got a team now.
Okay.
Instead of 2 of us, I managed to fill the team that night.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
In fact, when I talked to Tony yesterday, he goes, "I heard you're a sub." He goes, "He might need you every week." I said, "Yeah, that can't happen every week." I said, "Brian, that's Bryce's makeup bowling night for the next 3 or 4 weeks."
Well, they slightly panicked because I had a team, and of course, like when I mentioned it to everybody that said yes, they were like, "Oh," like they thought I was joking about it. So it was me and one of the other bowlers, Becky, and everybody was like, "Well, you're going to be able to field a team, right? You're going to be able to field a team." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry, we got this."
Yeah, it's like, whoops.
I'm a seasoned pro at filling teams in last minute.
Or even fantasy football leagues.
Yeah.
Touche.
No, I had to create another league just so that my dad could play because he wanted to play so bad.
Which is awfully nice.
Well, and you're basically GM of that said team.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick for my team, and then he's got the pick after me, and he's like, "Well, who should I pick?" And I'm like, "I really don't want to tell you, but go for this guy."
Yeah, what'd you say? He wanted to pick a kicker with his first pick?
He was so excited that he got to be a part of his first fantasy football draft that he wanted to draft the field goal kicker for Cleveland. I was like, "Dad, it's the first pick."
He got his tips from the Acres book of Fantasy Football 101.
I told him, I said, not to mention that guy's not listed on any fantasy rosters right now.
Zolt, just a heads up, Aaron Jones just scored.
Oh, I know. That's why I was here shaking my head.
Okay. I just got the notification for the Georgia's League because I have him in the one.
I literally have the game center up. And I realized I was no longer down by 100. I'm now down by like 180.
Now it's $1.80.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good in Mudville. But that's all right. That's all right. Problem has been solved. I picked up Sam Darnold on the waiver wire.
That's
How
right.
did
'Cause
the-
since you mentioned it, I went and picked up Carolina's defense in all three of Georgia's. Because you put that out there, they might still. Fuck it, I'm taking them. They're ranked number 2 in
still be
the.
No, I looked at Darnold. I mean, okay, Georgia's point system. He put up 484 points this week, and he did
Right.
430 last week. So, I mean,
I thought about it myself.
400. That's a damn good backup.
Yes, it is.
How'd the Pick'ems list look, George?
That
Wait,
kind of,
well, see what happened was.
Yeah, see what exactly. See what kind of happened was he got tied up with some things, and I didn't get to populating everybody's stuff into them.
We will just go and assume everybody was perfect. Everybody was perfect last week.
We only had one perfect record last year, and that was you, Zolt.
That was a good week. That was a good week. I'm curious if any of us actually deviated from what we said on air last week for our picks.
I know I picked Carolina. I was so happy about that. The one that pissed me off the most was the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, granted, I'm not complaining fantasy-wise, but when you only score 7 points in the whole second half, and you went freaking 3 and out.
Hey, and one thing. Let's bring up one thing too. Let's go to that Minnesota-Arizona game. The Vikings fans know exactly why the Browns got rid of Greg Joseph, and he proved it at the end of the game when he cost them the game by going wide right.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny because they brought that up on the NFL Sirius this morning too, going, "Yeah, you started out in Cleveland." It's like, yep, and got rid of his ass so fast.
And going back to Tennessee, Seattle, I expected Tennessee to bounce back. I mean, they're not a team to just be trash like they were in week 1, but I didn't think the bounce back. They were going out to Seattle. I mean, I didn't expect that much of a bounce back. I expect them to be competitive and end up losing.
Well, let me ask you guys this. I don't know if you guys saw it. Was that Julio catch a touchdown or not? Because they ruled that it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
And his foot was in bounds.
Yeah, that was bull crap.
Assholes cost me some points on that.
I could not believe that they changed that. I mean, I'm sitting there going, do you guys need the NBC it and blow it up so that you guys
Well, the thing is the dude's got a fucking baby blue shoe on. It made it more easy to decipher that it was inbound.
I always like how at the end of the year they'll come out at the end of the season and go, "Oh yeah, these plays here that should have been a touchdown. Sorry about that."
Yeah,
yeah, they can't do shit about it now.
Sorry, right. Nothing, dude. It's like, come on.
And what's up with the wishy-washy officiating? Like calling you spin a ball, it's a penalty, but you can't do this. It's like the ridiculousness on the taunting penalties is they got to like pick and choose because it's been off the wall with how they've been right now. Like on some of the calls, it's like, wow, he wasn't doing anything, and they threw a flag on it.
Well, I mean, I understand. You know, every year they want to focus on something, and it's like anything else. The focus is early on in the season. It dies out. They've made their point. You keep going. The issue right now is consistency. Because if you can't be consistent with what you're calling, then nobody's going to learn, and you're doing this for nothing.
Speaking of shit-tastic games, though, real quick, fucking Grambling got their ass beat like 45-0.
Sean's got this
for those that care
year.
about Division 3 football.
Yeah, It's hard to discuss college football when nobody's really played each other. It is really tough.
How can you say that?
Really? Mr. Khaki Pants has played 3 high schools.
I mean, hang on.
Ohio State played Oregon.
Penn State played Auburn. That wasn't nothing.
No. But I'm saying as far as like you've got one weekend where you played one team.
Some of us are willing.
It really doesn't count until week 6 when we can really start to see the picture develop.
Some of us are actually
willing. If Alabama lost to Florida,
would
have lost to Florida, that'd be the biggest God blessed story all over the place.
Yeah.
Some of us are willing to discuss other teams other than our personal favorites, and like I said, that was very impressive for Penn State. Good for them.
Touche.
That's
one thing.
They're a hell of a matchup for whoever they play right now.
And I think the team that is not getting any love, and they're creeping around the radar as a top 5 team, and that's Sean's college team, and that's Iowa.
Yeah, they are at 5. I thought
yeah, boy.
Yeah, he unmutes himself just for the yeah, boy.
No, I did see them listed at 5.
Yeah, so like 5, and I think Penn State's 6. We actually have a big game this weekend where it's at Soldier Field with Notre Dame and Wisconsin.
Wisconsin hasn't been like.
The cool thing about that is it's the transfer quarterback from Wisconsin that went to Notre Dame, and Jack Cohn or whatever, against his former team.
Yeah,
well, and it's funny because
it's the same.
Because Michigan plays at Wisconsin next week, and they keep bringing up that Michigan hasn't won in Camp Randall since 2001. Well, we don't play Wisconsin every year. There's been like 5 games since 2001 at Camp Randall, so we're basically like 0-5. But that's like they're making it sound like it's been 20 fucking years since we won there. It's like
there's lots of teams we haven't beaten in 5 years.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that.
I was going to say I'm trying to hurry up and slide in the picks here and looking going.
And I'll tell you what, as a Michigan fan, I was hopeful that the Notre Dame a couple weeks ago was going to join the ranks and lose to Toledo, and then Miami was going to join the ranks and lose to Appalachian State, and they both pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, that when I saw your comment for that, I was like, dude, are you serious? That's crazy. Speaking of Burridge, where is Burridge?
Getting drunk on an El Patio Day, Burridge.
Yeah, well, you can turn around and be getting drunk and turn around and jump on the show.
He reminds me of that. There's a guy that I follow on TikTok that all his spiel is he drinks, and every day is something fun day. So it's just Monday fun day for Burridge. That's all it is.
Well, if we're encouraging drinking on this show, then we'll stack up.
Have you not seen this show before? I mean, our one of our logos is Burridge's giant El Patio de Burridge beer mug.
Have you not heard some of the opinions on this show?
Wait, I thought we were all sober for those.
Between this and the chat.
Oh, that's just Akers and his talk to text bullshit.
Is that what we're blaming it on?
I mean, I think a drunk would sound more coherent than that, right?
Touche.
Well, the funny thing is about that, I just thought of it now that you shared that posterizing video of Najee on the. Wasn't Doug the one that was in the chat bitching about Abraham's anyways, and that's who it was that got posterized?
Yep.
Because he said something about him getting penalized, I think, or something. He has like 3 penalties a game or some shit. Well, he didn't get a penalty on that one. He just got his ass whooped.
Yeah, I was going to say. He just got smoked.
I'm sure Doug was happy to see that at least.
Oh, yeah. The embarrassment, I'm sure, was like, thanks a lot.
I love how he's like, "You're welcome, Cleveland." After they
Yeah.
won the game.
I was gonna say, so far it looks like it's gonna be really damn close between everybody on picks.
Really?
Usually
Yeah,
is.
because some people went a little insane and picked others, and it was like, really.
Was there any lone wolves on a game
And
that actually won?
then the regular ones, they picked off of them, and it's like, yep, that didn't work out so well either.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Have we even had any lone wolves yet this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Traz down here
Oh,
picked the cards last week. He's the
ah.
only person.
I didn't see it on the chat, so therefore it didn't. If there's no video, there's no proof.
You send a screenshot, asshole.
I was gonna say I did send.
Pinkies up, bitch.
I did send the screenshot, didn't I?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
It's right there. Dun, ta-da.
Oh, I must have missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, that was an impressive guess. That's how we put it. It was one hell of a guess.
So what? Suds was in the basement last week, correct?
4.
Oh yeah, Sudsy was
He had 4, wasn't it?
super involved. Yeah, whopping 4. That's just not gonna. That's gonna leave a tough mark to get out of that basement.
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, even though he's not on here, my daughter doesn't know a fucking thing about sports. I'm just gonna give her a hypothetical and take her picks down and compare it to Suds to see who does better.
I got his picks up. Go for it.
I have to do it tomorrow because she's going to bed right now.
Wasn't Doug in that position last year? Like for most of
no, Doug. Well, Doug was a lone wolf quite a bit, but
Yeah.
he did hit the basement quite a bit.
We had a lot more guys last year too, didn't we? Didn't we have like Sean and Big or whatever, Big Dave?
It's actually, believe it or not, it is the same amount of people. It's the actually no, I'm sorry, I take that back. It is the exact same amount.
Oh, because we swapped out basically the bearded bastards for Big and Sean.
9, 10, 11. Yeah, and we also added Clint in.
That's right.
So yeah, it's literally it's the same. I was gonna say everybody took the Bucks, and it's like, wow, the Bucks actually. It was kind of scary when the Bucks go 3 and out a couple times too, and you're like, what the hell happened there? But nobody talks about that.
I think we'd be surprised if anybody picked the Falcons. Oh, how is that?
Delicious.
Like, I actually want to try it.
Same as the turkey dinner candy corn.
I forgot about that one. Surprised you're not eating Peeps.
If they had beef candy corn, it's over, son.
Peeps candy corn. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, go throw up for a minute.
You do you, boo.
Of course, Kelly would like something like that. That's just. Bleh. Wow, what's with everybody taking the Steelers over the Raiders last week? What the hell?
Because the Steelers were at home, and after their upsetting, shocking win against Buffalo.
Oh,
Wait, did I pick the Steelers?
I was gonna say that was the blind. I think that was a blind chicken syndrome.
Like the blind squirrel, like Suds always says.
Yeah,
I can give you my rationale. My rationale is every time I pick the Raiders, they lose. Every time.
That's how it is with me and the Vikings. I mean, they couldn't beat the Bengals.
My cat is starting to attack me.
You're making he's mad 'cause you're making all that noise with the paper.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that Zerline resurrected himself this past week and kicking.
Right.
It's like, hey, would you look at that?
I had a chat with him.
Why do I not doubt that? By the way, why do I not doubt that?
Like, did you hear what happened to Andy Dalton on my roster last year? Straighten up.
How could you not with all them weapons that he had?
Yeah, it is what it is. I think everybody. Nope, my dumbass took the Jags. I lone wolfed. Oh, nope, Zolt also picked the Jags.
Damn it.
Damn. Epic fail. That sucks.
I think we all picked the Chiefs, didn't we?
Yes.
Speaking of the Chiefs, going into that game, over under on Mahomes' touchdown passes, 2.5. You better believe I punched that button.
He ended up with 3, didn't he?
I think, but I mean, he had 3 like early in the third quarter, so.
Okay.
All right. So,
well, it's funny to think that I know they brought up a stat that said Kels had that 46-yard touchdown. They said that was like his second longest. It's like, dude's obviously not breaking away from nobody on a long run.
Right.
But the funny thing is Ravens fans talking all this shit about how it's like, you guys played the Chiefs at home.
Like, and you got lucky that CEH coughed up the ball because you were done.
Because all they were doing was they were just running the ball up. Yep.
Yep. There was a field goal getting kicked. You were toast. You were absolute toast. You got lucky.
Oh, I cannot wait till Pittsburgh goes to Arrowhead, though.
Are they playing all of the AFC North?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
They go to Cincinnati and Baltimore and Cleveland and Pittsburgh go there.
Oh, good. That means the AFC North War Room page on Facebook's going to be lit.
They've already been talking shit. I've been looking at the conflict page. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ones that started the whole thing about since we lost to the Chiefs and they won last week. They're like, oh, hopefully Cricket's Cleveland. It's like, bitch, we lost to the defending AFC champions. Y'all got lucky guys of a block fucking punt that was a turning point in your game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, anybody else noticing Big Ben is not looking good?
Ooh. That's why it was kind of funny when I posted that.
And it's like I look at him and I think of that TikTok thing. Dinosaur.
Well, I mean, I know he's not 72, but he runs like it.
Oh my God.
Adam and Bruiser both picked the Panthers. So no lone wolf there.
Fucking Bruiser.
Yeah. Everybody else took the Saints. Everybody took the Rams. And isn't that interesting? Carson out, Eason in.
Didn't Eason, his first throw was a pick?
Unfortunately. Poor guy. It's like, my man, yeah, here's your opportunity. Whoop. It's like, I haven't moved up enough yet. Give him a break.
Did I read Wentz sprained both ankles?
Yes. Because when Aaron Donald tackled him, he was on top of both of his ankles.
Okay.
And I'm surprised they didn't give Jalen Ramsey a flag since they were talking about the taunting shit. Because after he made that pick or whatever, he's running across and, chirping at the fans and doing hand gestures and shit, but they never flagged it. So apparently you can taunt the fans, but you just can't taunt the players.
Oh,
I guess you can get away with that.
Oh, Sean tried it twice. Sorry, Sean. The Vikings were not going to beat the Cards. That one was close though too.
You can blame Greg Joseph for that one.
Yeah.
And Akers and Suggs were the only two to take the Titans.
That's probably Suggs'
Cowboys
only win.
Chargers is Cowboys and Chargers is really
Sounds like I win about 50-50.
holy shit. I took the Cowboys. I'll be damned.
Yeah, because you're going to be bringing it with you.
We all took the Chiefs, and we all but Bruiser. Bruiser took the Lions.
Go, Pat, go.
Yeah, still 7-7.
Damn it.
Stop biting.
Dude, please don't let that cat jump at your face and we get that on camera.
I was going to say.
He might. He's being a little asshole right now.
9 so far.
Because all we're gonna do, all we're gonna do is if he jumps on your face, we're gonna ad lib it to the Peter Griffin. Pow! Right in the kisser.
I saved you.
Or we could do it even better, where it's just he does the kick and we stop and go, Roadhouse.
Huh.
Tallying everything up there, George.
Motherfucking Akers, you lucky bitch. Akers in the hell of a pick on the streak. 12, not counting tonight. 6, 7, 8. Akers with 12 so far, leading the clubhouse.
I think I got 11.
Except for Suds. That lucky. The two shitheads who were in the hole last week are both with 12, leading the clubhouse. What the hell is wrong with this picture?
There's a glitch in your system. You didn't say that out loud.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sean?
In the basement.
Yeah. Yep. Big old 5 going right now, buddy.
Well, at least you didn't. You're one game ahead of Suds with the record so far of 4 for the worst of the year.
Gives
Adam,
me something to shoot for.
Yeah, Adam, you've got 10.
I thought I had 11. No, the Ravens game would have been 11.
9. Bruiser's 7. Sean's got the 5. Bruiser's got 7. Myself, Clint, Zolt, Doug, all with 8. Ryan and Shrods with 9. Adam with 10. And the Tweedle twins have 12.
What the fuck?
Week 1, they're crapping out. Week 2, they just caught up.
It'd be interesting to see what the standings are after this week.
Yes,
Overall.
Sorry, I mean we spent 2/3 of last season trying to catch Burridge.
Yeah. And one person succeeded.
Multiple of us succeeded. Stroud succeeded too.
Speaking of Bruiser.
7 picks being right last week is what I get for thinking I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I mean,
Well,
your
that's
fantasy
this week.
could have been
Last
better,
week-
right?
Last week you had 10 correct.
I did pretty damn good in fantasy this week too. In our league, I'm winning right now by a lot. And the dude's only got Aaron Rodgers playing, and I still have DeAndre Swift and somebody else playing tonight.
Woohoo! Swift is 28 points. Yay! I'm in. Thank you.
So I win.
What's your team name?
Me, Punch Akers in the 5-hole.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
my God.
I thought it was great that he put it in the chat, and I had to bring it up. I'm like, check out the team name.
That is awesome. Oh my God.
There's my team name.
Oh man, that was good.
I got to gloat a little bit. I successfully made schnitzel for dinner.
There you go.
Nice. Nice.
Get ready, George.
You gonna schnitzel yourself here in a few minutes?
No, that'll probably be later. Now I gotta do dishes because the one-armed wonder can't.
I was gonna say, I hear it coming. I hear it coming.
Train alert.
Nice.
He's usually got it. There you go. The flash on
There
the.
we go. There we go.
I don't even mute it no more. I say fuck it.
You'll appreciate this, Sean. I said one-armed wonder, and I'm getting stared at through the living room into my kitchen.
Yeah, well, who's the one that wanted to do the piggyback and fall into the house?
It wasn't even our house she fell into. Like, it wasn't even at our house that she fell into a house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why I said this clumsy bitch.
I'll forgive her. She's got a nice butt.
You should have seen her trying to do the chicken dance at Oktoberfest on Saturday. That was fucking hysterical.
Clinton, you're at 8. 8:48. Sorry. Oh, saw that a little late. So yeah, like I said, everybody, it's pretty well close. It's just amazing that Suds and Acres got lucky with a lot of their.
Listen, blind squirrels find nut all the time.
Right.
Especially bald ones.
Hey.
No offense, Walt.
Hey.
I said no offense. It's usually the guy that's underneath, like by Sean or underneath you, usually that talking shit that would be directed at, but he's not here.
Listen,
And blind squirrel find out that's his saying usually.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm so mad that he's not on because George owes him one.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yes. Oh, I heard all about the Adolf. You don't think I watch my own show on replay? Shit.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Are you kidding? I had to see the hilarity from last.
I don't even want to watch this show live, let alone on replay. Jesus.
All right, on that note, we'll see you guys later.
Shit, we just lost every goddamn viewer. We're live with 0 right now. There we go. God damn it.
Welcome to
It's not about the views, George.
I feel like
I do need to bring this up. This is not the groups we thought we were going to see here. Just totally isn't.
wow, the Yankees aren't in the playoffs?
So Yankees are
The Indians put the whooping on them the 2 games this weekend, kind of put them out for the moment.
Yep.
How many games are left?
Next week's the last weekend, I believe.
Yes.
This week's the last week.
Yep.
That is it. There are 9 games left.
Because Cincinnati, so like Oktoberfest this weekend, when we were down there, Cincinnati had the Cincinnati Comic Con going on.
Yep.
The Oktoberfest, which stretched from the Red Stadium to Paul Brown Stadium. So it was like 4 city blocks across and 2 streets. So it ended up equaling like 8 city blocks, close to 10 city blocks. And they had a Reds game going on that started at 2 o'clock that day. And then the University of Cincinnati game that happened.
No, they were playing on the road, though.
But they do stuff at the campus for the.
Oh, okay.
So like 4 o'clock, there was all of a sudden like 400,000 people just downtown. It got real crowded over there real quick.
Yeah, Seattle actually. It was kind of funny because I was chatting with Marcy, and Seattle has like the best shot to slide right up to get into the wild card here because they have to play against the Angels and the A's, and the A's are just above them by 2 games. So if Seattle can take out the A's in their 4 and then sweep through the Angels again, they'll trounce everybody, and the Yankees will be like, what happened?
I'm about to make a suggestion that's almost as sacrilegious as telling the NL to get out of the Stone Age and add the fucking DH to their lineup.
They're talking about it.
They should, but
See, I'm a fan of the pitcher having to hit.
Matt Scherzer's not.
But you got Tampa Bay sitting there in the 1 seed, right? And they're going to play the winner of the wild card game. Why don't you add a 6th team on both sides, and then you got your 1 and your 2 seed. They get buys, and then you get 2 wild card rounds. You got 4 and 3 and but 3 and
already.
But 3 and 6. But that's the thing is you need to, instead of playing, you play a 3-game series. The ALDS is a 5-game. The ALCS and the World Series are 7 games. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. The postseason that's the longest that doesn't need to be that long is basketball. It takes 2.5 months to crown a basketball champion. There is no reason that every series needs to be 7 games. That's just ridiculous. But if you went, so let's say, I need a calendar in front of me. No, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to do dishes and stuff. So the season ends, but the season ends on the 20 on the let's say the season ends on the 26th, right? That's Sunday. So you give everybody an off day on Monday. You let everything get set, travel arrangements made. Then the 28th, the series begins. That means that you could be done potentially with the first round of the playoffs by October 3rd. So that's 5 days. Second round of the playoff is done by October 10th. And then you got the ALCS. That round's done by the 17th. And then you're into the last week of October. And World Series is over by Halloween. And it's not any different than it is right now.
I'm all for shortening it, period, so that you're done at the end of freaking September.
But you need to shorten the regular season.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. It's too damn long as it is.
I think you're gonna see leagues start shortening season, except for football. Football, they're idiots.
Made it longer.
Well, they're idiots. Let's take away the preseason and get everybody hurt in the first 2 weeks with leg injuries.
Well, hang on. That's because the NFLPA said we were getting worked too hard and everybody gets to do their own training thing in the offseason instead of working with the team as the team with their trainers. No, everybody's got to sit there and go work out with their chiropractor, and it's not real freaking workout training.
Yeah, you're tearing ligaments left and right.
That's why they're tearing the ligaments left and right.
I mean,
That's the big problem.
You're the numbers guy, Zolt. If you shorten the regular season to 142 games, took 20 games out of the regular season, shortened it to 142 games, do you really see a drop off in attendance, or would you actually add attendance?
Well, Cleveland doesn't count in that attendance policy because we ain't getting shit regardless.
Well, I mean, they're not going to do it because you're just decreasing revenue in general, and I'm not talking attendance. I'm talking TV revenue.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people are actually sitting there in, outside of All-Star break, the 4th of July week, nobody's watching baseball. Everybody's out partying for the weekend, or even during that week. Everybody's on vacations that week. Nobody
haven't the last
care about baseball during that week.
haven't the like not counting the pandemic World Series, not counting last year, but the three subsequent World Series leading up to that, 17, 18, and 19, weren't all three of them like three of the lowest rated World Series in television cumulatively?
I believe so.
I think the last highest rated one was the Indians and Cubs. They said it was one of the best.
But that was a great series.
Right. Well, that's because I think, like I said, that was the last year that the actually people were watching it. Like you said, 17, 18, 19, and so on. Nobody's really giving a shit about it.
George, can you throw that playoff picture up real quick again?
Yep, here in a quick second.
And just because it was brought up, I think the reason the NBA playoffs take forever is because they put like 3 days between games.
Right.
I mean, what the hell?
Dumb.
Yeah, I mean, they'll play like on Monday night, or they'll play on like Tuesday night, and the next game will be Friday.
Right.
You're in the same city and the same time zone.
Exactly. That's without travel.
So play back to back nights.
So here's my bold prediction off of this playoff picture. Tampa Bay will play the Brewers. Tampa Bay will lose the series, move to Montreal.
You're still on that shit?
That's my conspiracy hill theory conspiracy hill. Yeah.
Didn't Tampa Bay come from Montreal though? Oh no, it was the Nationals.
No, Washington Nationals.
That's the Nationals. Looking at that playoff bracket, I think you're gonna get a Blue Jays and Sox ALCS.
I can see that.
And I think you're going to get the Braves and the Dodgers in the NLCS.
See,
A rematch?
I still think San Francisco is just fine. I think it would be San Francisco and the Braves.
What happened to the Padres? Like, they fell off the face of the planet.
Well,
They're too busy fighting each other in the dugout.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, outside of the situation from this past weekend, they're only 3.5 out. Then there's a three-way tie with it's them at 3.5, Cincy at 3, and Philly at 3. So this week is going to really be a tall tale for those guys.
Listen, if I was a Padres fan, I'd be psyched that my team was fighting itself. You know why? The Pirates fans would just love for our team to show any bit of life whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're what, 20 back? 25?
I would just laugh my ass off if the Dodgers choked it out too. Because
I tell you what,
10 years ago, the Mets did it. Remember that fantastic September collapse by the Mets? They were up by like 13 games and ended up missing out on it by like 3.
Yep.
I think the team I'm looking at, I think can surprise a lot of people is Milwaukee, believe it or not. It's all about who's hot right now.
Well, the White Sox, it wasn't supposed to be the White Sox coming out of the Central.
It's supposed to be the Indians.
It was supposed to be between the Indians and the Twins. And the Twins
I think a lot of it had to do with Francona going down.
I think he's done, by the way.
Health issues just going to run him out.
No, they said he'll be back next season.
I know what they said, but I think he may step back and take on kind of the assistant role and let somebody take on the main day-to-day role. Yeah,
it's time for Sandy Alomar.
Yeah,
right.
I think they may switch positions, which I'm fine with. You know what I mean?
And he can kind of go underneath the Francona learning tree.
Yeah. Not that you're firing Francona, and not that you're getting rid of him, but more of
special assistant to the head coach.
Kinda, yeah.
Anybody else love these Heisman commercials as much as I do?
The Heisman House ones?
Yeah. They got Bo Jackson and the Auburn Tiger toilet paper in house the trees right now.
I haven't seen that one.
This on right now during the game.
I like the one with where they show up and she's like, "Here's your keys to all your new." I didn't
think you were going to do it. Here's your 30 Nissan Pathfinders.
Yeah, I like that one.
Holy shit.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the viewership of the World Series since 1973.
Exactly.
You can see
Wow.
where the spike is, and that's 16, the Indians and Cubs.
Yeah.
You've got games starting on the East Coast at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday in October.
This is
But the diehards will stay up for it.
Yeah, but the general viewership isn't.
Right.
and
I
here's the strike right here. There's the strike right there.
It never came back after that.
But
Which
I
that
mean,
was another year I think the Indians
in
could have done
the
something.
80s, it's like your last peaking really was the 80s. It's like, all right, just before the strike, you were just about back in 85, but then you just fell off after that and you can't recover. That's just, I mean, just the fact that it's sloping down is just sick. But just goes to show you, not many people give a rat's ass about baseball anymore.
But you've got
I mean,
Especially around here when your home openers are in April.
This is 7 million.
Exactly.
That's horrible.
But that's also total cumulative viewership, like over the series. That's even worse.
Yeah. That is ugly. That is extremely ugly.
Like, scroll up a little bit, George, on that to go down to that graph. So look, like 2019 and 2020 are in the top 4 of least watched World Series.
And they were 6 and 7 games deep.
Normally when you're finding, that's where the drama is in those games, and it didn't happen. Like who played in the 2020 wasn't that the Yankees or the Dodgers? Dodgers won it last year.
It was last year.
And then who won it in 19? That was the Nationals, was it?
No, wasn't that Houston, the cheaters?
That was. And then the year before was the Nationals. So 18 was the Nationals.
Yeah. That is a disgusting, I mean, it's like, who's going to really be that interested in watching baseball? I mean, you're going to sit there and keep dropping off like that. You're not going to have anybody watching. I mean, nobody's going to care about TV revenue because there won't be any.
Is baseball a dying breed?
Wow, that's a hell of a question.
I don't know.
They've been arguing that for a while now. Long while.
I don't know.
I think the problem is too.
Look at the reality. This is the reality of it. You know?
What were you going to say, Sean?
For me, as far as like becoming a bigger baseball fan again, can we please do away with interleague play? Like,
why?
I hate it because it went from being this kind of like cool thing where they would do it for like 2 months to now, as soon as the season starts, they're already playing interleague games.
Okay,
like,
I'll agree with you.
Let the National League play the National League. Let the American League play the American League.
Here.
All right.
Here's the Super Bowl. So
I'll agree with you on you don't need to let the National League and the American League play interleague games all season long. Like 100%, I'll agree with you on that. However, I think you need to have interleague play because let's say you're living in Seattle and you're a Yankees fan. Maybe you're a New York expat, who knows? But you're a Yankees fan living in Seattle or a Mets fan living in Seattle, right? And you get the Mets to come out there for a 3-game series once every couple of years. I don't see anything wrong with that. Or Like
And don't get me wrong, Sean. I mean, I don't mind that idea, but the thing is, a lot of times when I look at the schedule for the Indians, that's the games that I want to go to is teams that I wouldn't normally see come to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. If you're trying to I guess reinvent the wheel a little bit with baseball, why not just fucking blow it all up and realign the divisions?
well, why not?
I'll be honest with you.
They did that last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that division that we played,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if that was a
Permanent
regular thing.
Yeah.
Well, pull up
I
the
would
divisions.
love to play the cards. Yeah, I'd love to play the cards.
Pull up the divisions, George. Let's rewrite this shit right now.
We'll do it live.
Well,
We got nothing better to do on a Monday night.
if you're gonna completely realign the divisions, then everybody's got to play under the same rules.
Then
let's
just say that
Let's say they just added the DH.
Right. You're going to put the DH on for everybody.
Can we at least let Max Scherzer get a base hit before we change that?
What's that?
Can we at least let Max Scherzer get a base hit before we change that rule? Have you not seen his stats lately?
We ain't got that kind of time.
No,
okay.
Real quick before we get in it, this is the Super Bowl, and notice the Super Bowl's upticking.
I don't think you can compare baseball and football, though. Football is its own breed because of how few games they play. You're never going to take the other sports down to a number like that. If you're going to compare Major League Baseball, pull up like the NBA. I mean, I would say hockey, but hockey's its own.
I think even the baseball to basketball comparison's a little bit off because of the amount of global viewership that takes place with basketball. The foreign popularity.
Whoa. Okay, here you go. It looks like, Piper got a hold of it.
It's about how she spells her name.
Yeah. Wow. This is yeah.
So what's this one?
The
NBA Finals
viewership from 1974 to present.
You can't count the first 10 years of the NBA Finals anyway because they're all on tape delay.
Yeah, which is why they kicked this up here. It looks like about 87 on this one. So,
because what was the first? Was it Lakers? Lakers and Celtics, the first one that got aired live.
I don't know, but I just thought that was a very interesting. It's like, well, okay, you wanted to bring in basketball? There you go.
It's everywhere.
Look at this drop.
So I bought this on Saturday, thinking that would help curb the amount of beer that I drank. Because it's
you lie to yourself.
Because it's a 16-ounce, metal keg, right?
Show it off. Come on now.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
But I thought maybe I wouldn't drink as much beer. No. I drank just as much beer as I did if I had a 1-liter Stein. I was so drunk. So drunk.
So, George, that basketball graph that you had, without getting too political, I think the drop-off there between the whole COVID thing was the whole
BLM?
Yeah. Because you had a lot of people screaming that they weren't going to watch anymore, and
but did we see a drop off in football too? Because that's where it started.
I would start looking at when
because right there is this right here is the Cavs 2016.
If you're gonna look at football numbers, I would start looking at it like when Kaepernick started kneeling.
Well, okay, so where the arrow was at, George, you're getting more younger players in at that point. You're starting to see that shift between a lot of the older players getting out of league, and you're getting a lot of newer guys.
Luca and Zion and everybody.
I legitimately wonder what the NASCAR numbers are compared to other major sports.
That's probably its own beast.
I was going to say that'll be a huge.
Well, because you always get a shit ton of viewers for the 500, and then they kind of round out after that.
That's some nice looking drywall work in that kitchen,
isn't it? Though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do some more drywall work coming up.
What's this wee shit?
Not anytime soon.
I've taught you enough, young Jedi.
You can come help me redo my bathroom. When I rip the tub out and put the standing shower in, and then redo all the water pipes in the house.
All right. Here's Daytona.
Let's just go off the 500 number.
This is just Daytona 500 in the past 20 years.
Well, all right. So the 2021 500.
We got to eliminate the past 2 years. Let's just.
Well, no. So the 2021, there were fans in attendance. However, what happened was, there was a wreck on lap 13, and then almost immediately after the big wreck, it started raining, and that race got red flagged for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
It didn't restart till like 10 o'clock at night.
Right. So, like I said, and there's both asterisks on both of those races. So I would gladly eliminate off the last 2 years.
What year did they?
I would keep it at 2019 and go back.
What's that, Sean?
What year did they start doing the staging?
Stages?
Yeah.
16, 17.
Was that long ago?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think that's why you're seeing a drop too.
I don't see why. I think stage racing makes it more exciting. Although, I will, on the counterpoint of that, I will say that with stage racing, it kind of creates a little bit of an environment where you don't have to tune in for stages 1 and 2, and you can just show up, you kind of keep an eye on it, and then sit down and start watching about stage 3. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, George. Let's see what hockey's viewership is.
We're
on a roll with diagrams here. Let's just keep going.
Say, are we going to bring in the CDC?
I was gonna say, let's look at the Masters viewership.
Look, I ain't going to golf. I'm going golfing. I'm going to be fucking golfing.
What's that Pro Bowlers tournament?
Damn it!
The Pro Bowlers tournament. The Richfield.
Price isn't on there yet.
Yeah, right.
There. Look, it's Piper's drawings.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wow.
What's the yellow versus the blue?
Viewership and rating.
Viewership and rating.
Ah, okay.
Well, I know I faithfully watched the last 2 years when my team won the cup.
Well, this is just on
You're
NBC.
such a bandwagon fan, Adam.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because it's just on NHL on NBC.
Right.
Listen, I tell you what, the NHL working out that deal with TNT for the television deal with them, I think is going to help them.
Yeah, this is interesting because ABC's rating, and then look, when Fox had it, look how much higher they were. Interesting.
For hockey?
Yeah. That's very interesting. Fox actually had.
Okay, to be fair though, you're talking the 97, 98 wings. Those are some of the most fun to watch teams in hockey.
Yeah, fuck the Wings.
Thanks.
I'm still mad about that 2009 Stanley Cup up there in fucking Detroit.
Let it go.
No,
Let it go.
I mean we ended up winning the next year, which is fine, but I'm still mad.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm curious to see what ESPN's going to bring to the table too.
For hockey?
Yes, I'm hopeful.
I mean,
I'm just hopeful that they'll friggin' cover it now.
I want Barry Melrose. That's all I care about. Give me Barry
the Mel
Melrose.
Kiper of hockey.
Give me
Yeah,
Barry Melrose
Barry
with
Melrose.
bad hockey takes and really crappy hair, and I'm in.
Oh, so he's the Akers of
Yes.
hockey.
Yes.
No,
Well-
because Barry Melrose is actually intelligent.
I was going to
knows-
say, yeah, wait a minute. I was going to say, wait a second. No. Melrose is pretty smart.
Punch him right in the 5-hole.
It's a great team name.
Yes.
Kids.
It threw me off because when he got in there, it was like Drew's dream team because Yahoo automatically like fills the team name in, and I'm getting ready to like open up the draft, and I was like, who the fuck is Punch Akers in the 5-hole?
Hello.
Well, I mean, Yahoo wasn't going to let me name the team Punch Akers in the asshole, so
Yeah, I got to watch what I say because apparently if you say punch somebody in the mouth, you get a 3-day ban on Facebook.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news at all, but that Gabby Petito woman that went missing. I was on Twitter last night, and somebody said that they need to go lock up that dude's entire family and lock him up, and they all need to be tried and given the death penalty because they know what happened and they hit her, right? And they're hiding him. And I said,
You got to find him first.
well, then I said, hey, unless you have a time machine and saw everything that played out and know all of the evidence before the investigators do, how about we let due process take over and like let everything get played out by the proper authorities? Since then, I have been called a racist cunt. I have been told that my wife and my children should leave me because I don't care about women.
Well, that part.
Mild.
I got told by somebody today to go hang myself because I clearly don't care, and that I was like, and then the other one was I was racist. I'm like, what the? You people have like no grasp on reality whatsoever.
A white guy talking about fellow white guys, a white couple, but yeah, he's racist.
Yeah. I don't. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I watch a sport steeped in Southern tradition, but
Don't look now. Lions are winning.
I was just going to say,
yes.
I'm sitting here looking at this guy.
Damn, I turned it off because I thought it was already at the half.
Didn't I pick George? Didn't I pick the
17-14.
Lions?
Yeah, you're the only one, and it don't matter because you're too far behind.
Didn't matter. I still want the credit of like I said it on the show.
He wants the lone wolf.
100% lone wolf. Yes.
Yeah, he wants
You
the lone
will
wolf.
get lone wolf recognition, and you will
If
have
they
tied
win.
1, 2, 3, 4 other people who had 8 picks.
But I said it on the show last week that I thought the Lions could win, and I got poo-pooed by both Zolt and Suds.
That's because we live here.
which is a fair assessment because they do live there.
And the fact of the matter is, both Green Bay touchdowns are Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Well, here's the big kicker.
Sorry, Zolt.
Here is the big kicker. If the trend of this game continues, how do people look at Aaron Rodgers and go, "What's going on?"
He doesn't care.
Well, to be fair, he's playing better than he did last week, so the trend is actually upwards.
I think he's a lamed up QB this year.
Yeah, but
Well,
knowing
he
that
knows-
you need
he knows-
you want a
he knows,
want to go to a good team.
He's Aaron Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers. Somebody like the Jaguars or the Jets or any number of the teams with rookie QBs that played like shit yesterday will pay a ton of money to bring him in for a year if they have a fairly decent offense and defense.
So he's going to Houston.
Probably.
I was just going to say, so what you're saying is Houston looks pretty handed.
I don't know. Davis Mills might set the world on fire
Houston
Thursday.
Houston don't look good to anybody.
Aaron Rodgers is only 8 for 10 for 75 yards and the 2 touchdowns.
Only 8 for 10.
Owners have got to be pissed.
Speaking of Houston, if you're Tyrod Taylor and you just ushered in the next rookie QB again.
Yep. We said we were going to make a shirt.
Do you go into the shower at halftime and just start listening to Depeche Mode with candles lit and pull out a razor blade and just start carving up your arms?
Wow.
Wow.
No, my issue
we went
is
from after dark
to just dark.
Very
morbid.
Shit. Even Batman went, damn, I wouldn't go that far.
No, my issue is certainly not with Aaron Rodgers' stats right now. His stats are just fine. My issue is with Aaron Jones having more targets than Devontae Adams.
It gets darker. I can get way darker, but I won't.
So basically what we need to happen is Aaron Rodgers to get traded to Houston, Tyrod Taylor to go over to Green Bay, get hurt again, and that way we can usher in the Jordan Love era correctly.
There you go. Right?
Because he's got to get hurt before somebody can. We can't just throw Jordan Love in there and think he's going to set the world on fire. Got to have Tyrod Taylor come in and get hurt, and then he can do it.
I saw people yesterday. I was on Twitter during the game. I saw people yesterday thanking Tyrod Taylor for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I was like, that happened 2 years ago, and we're still like on this.
Hey,
Well,
3 years ago.
Let's be honest. The people that were thanking him for Baker were the same ones that were fighting on the Muni lot in the social media world.
Yeah, that's all over right now.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, Baker's got 81% completion percentage leading the NFL, but yet you still got the fucking, assholes out there that want to talk shit. And I constantly, every time somebody tries to put something nice out on Facebook about it, I got to go in and attack this asshole because he wants to run his fucking mouth and talk shit.
Well, tell Akers to shut the fuck up and go root for Baltimore.
No, this is a different one.
I say we.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm moving on. So you go ahead and finish your thoughts.
No, I'm just tired of this. It's just like this dude. Like I swear to God, like the day Baker planted the flag at Ohio Stadium, I think he planted it in this dude's asshole because he's been butthurt ever since Baker towards Baker about everything since. Like he's the type that I swear to God, Baker could come out and go 25 of 26 with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he'd be like, "God damn it, that fucking one incompletion! Did you fucking see it?" It would just negate everything else.
His last name doesn't rhyme with Rhodes, does it?
No.
Okay.
It actually rhymes with your cousin Leo's last name.
Oh, yeah.
You know exactly who it is now.
Speaking of Ohio State, if you ever need to drive through Columbus on a Saturday afternoon in the fall when Ohio State is playing at home, go directly through Columbus on 71 because there's not a car on there.
That's right.
We were going, so the kickoff was at like 3. And we were getting clock on Saturday. And I went, oh no, there's a game. They had to like check my phone real quick to see when kickoff was. And I went, oh, well, I'll go around on 270. We'll just go around it. We'll avoid the whole thing. And then I went, dummy. Ohio State is strategically placed between 315 and 270 on the outside of Columbus to avoid traffic. And I said, well, fuck it. We'll just go through on 71, see what happens. 4 cars. There were 4 cars on 71 South in downtown Columbus at 1 o'clock on Saturday. It was glorious.
That's the one stadium I got to get on my list for flipping off.
Oh, I'm sure.
I got Paul Brown for you on Saturday.
You were a lot closer than me because when we went down to go to Tennessee, we couldn't go down 71 because it was blocked off because of construction.
It still
so we
is.
had to go around. It's okay. So we went around the other way, so I was further away from the stadium when the wife took the picture for me.
I was on the pedestrian bridge that goes over 475, and there's that tunnel that kind of goes underneath the city and then out. That's the bridge that I was on. So if I'd have walked across the bridge, I'd have been right up against the stadium.
Yeah, I thought about on our way back home stopping by there and just doing it up close and personal, but I was just ready to get the fuck home at that point. I'm like, I'm just going home. I already got it on the way down, flipping it off. We're good.
I feel you. I don't remember the drive to Cincinnati being that long.
Yeah.
It's you start thinking like once you get to like Kings Island, you're getting close, and then then you realize fuck, it's still pretty far from there to Cincinnati.
It's still like 40 minutes from Kings Island to downtown Cincinnati. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, and then you have to go around everything, and it's like shit.
Sorry, Zolt, you were going to change the subject earlier.
I was just going to suggest we got 20 minutes left. Let's run through the damn list of the games and do our unofficial picks with like numbers and everything.
Let's do that because George wanted to talk NASCAR too because it was first elimination round.
We do that on the post show.
Patreon show.
Did you see the article that got written today about about taking the All-Star race away from SMI and giving them the championship race next year? To move the night race to the playoffs. Well, I mean, it's in the playoffs now, but move the night race in the playoffs to the championship race in 2023.
Oof.
Alrighty. So
we talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So first
we'll wait for Suds on the NASCAR talk.
Yeah, right. First up,
I got Carolina Houston for the Thursday night game.
We got the Panthers at the Texans.
Pick up that Carolina defense, people.
I was like, anybody want to?
These are unofficial picks.
Mr. Zolt.
Unofficial pick. Carolina. I already said I'm not taking Texans the entire season ever at no point.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to agree. Bruiser.
I'll take the Texans.
Get the fuck out.
I'm serious.
No, hey, you just don't know.
Tyrod Taylor. Listen, if Tyrod Taylor doesn't get hurt yesterday, the Browns don't win that game. They don't.
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah. Sean.
I'll go Panthers.
I don't even have to ask Adam.
Exactly. Keep pounding. Next.
I think Adam said Texans.
Well, see, and that's kind of the funny thing because as I was listening to NFL radio on Friday, Charlie Weiss and Solomon Wilcox were on, and they're going through their picks, and they came right up, and he says Texans at Cleveland, and Charlie Weiss goes next, and it's like, wait a minute, what? And he goes, really? Do I have to go back to say Cleveland? He goes, come on. He goes, the Texans aren't winning anything. I was like, damn. Nice, Mr. Weiss. Thank you very much.
I know they can't win any more games because my prediction when we did our prediction show, I said I'm going 1-16, so they already got their one win.
Right?
They'll be a 4-12 team.
Okay. Next up is
Good night, man.
The Colts at the Titans. Mr. Zolt.
Give me Tennessee. Wait, I said unofficial picks. I'm going with Tennessee unofficially. Dude, we haven't even finished week 2.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going Colts.
I was gonna say I don't know what Eason's got up his sleeve. It's an away game in Tennessee. I gotta go with the Titans. I just don't see him pulling that off.
I mean, they found their offense again, which
Yeah.
They didn't find AJ Brown, but they found their offense again.
Oh, you mean Derrick Henry actually like scored a whole shit ton of fantasy points yesterday and looked like a solid running back, kind of like somebody knew what the fuck they were doing when they took him in the first place.
But we're not bitter.
Oh my god! That's why I named my fantasy team Punch Acres in the 5-hole.
You need to calm your tits.
It's too late in the night for such anger.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm about to beat my daughter about the head and face with this pot she keeps burning.
Sean, Adam, what do you think? Same.
Cool.
Should be pretty much a runaway.
Give me Tennessee. Unofficially.
No, we know it's officially. Come on. For crying out loud. That's a no-brainer.
The problem is I won't remember what I picked here when we actually get to list.
That's true.
Yeah, but this way, at least 5 of us will actually have our picks input in the spreadsheet.
I was just gonna say that's very true.
I'll take the Titans in a close one.
Falcons at the Giants. This is. I hate to pull it out on you early, Adam, but this is the prison inmate game. The Falcons at the Giants.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. I was talking with somebody earlier. I said I almost want to just put this down as a tie.
Good God. Dude, watching the Falcons play yesterday was painful.
Oh, extremely. Especially for a team that just went, screw it, we're going to lose anyway. It's like, are you serious?
I would rather watch the 2015 and 2016 Browns than watch today's Falcons.
Ooh.
At least the Browns made it interesting.
Wow. Zolt?
Give me the Giants. I'm not happy about it, but yeah, I'll take the Giants. I got to pick somebody.
Yeah, I coin flipped. I'm taking the Falcons. Bruiser?
Give me the Falcons.
Yeah,
like Zolt said, I'm not happy about it, but
right.
I mean, I'm sure as hell not watching.
You got to pick somebody. It's like we got to pick somebody. Sean, what do you think?
I'll go Falcons.
Adam?
I pick the refs.
Ed Hochuley's not doing that game. No.
I like the creativity on that one. I like that. That was good. Can we take the refs?
Oh.
You got to save that one for tomorrow too. That one's going to be. That one's going to be good.
With as many taunting calls that have been called this year,
it's stupid.
Can we have over? They're going to be more of taunting penalties or points
in that game? Oh, are we going like just the number of penalties or the number of yards with the penalties?
With the penalties.
It's got to be the taunting.
Right. So those are 15-yarders. So what's the over/under on that game?
The Atlanta Giants?
Yes.
Over/under is 48.
So will there be over/under 48 yards in taunting penalty yards, or the score?
Oh my God! Can't believe it.
You know Suds would take that bet too.
But, yeah, I know. No shit. Adam,
just give me the dirty birds.
Good night. Love you.
That's one of those ones where we all agree. Like, I don't like it, but
right. We're just like, oh, for the love of God.
Listen, I'm not happy about this, but
yeah,
I ain't gonna watch the game, but I'll pick somebody.
We'll pick somebody, right?
I'm not happy about it. Just stick it in and let's get this over with.
Chargers at the Chiefs. Zolt.
Chiefs. I mean, no.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pissed off. They will be pissed off. Anybody want the Chargers?
I do.
Do you?
I'll take the Chargers.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Chiefs' defense was terrible.
Agree.
I I think there's something there on that Chargers offense. Like watching them yesterday on Red Zone, they showed some really good flashes. Now, if they could just stop committing dumb mistakes, like throwing an interception in the red zone on the 3-yard line, or getting a holding call on a touchdown, that you know. That's Cleveland Browns era football right there.
Touche. Adam, who would you
Chiefs.
like?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire bounces back and goes for 3 touchdowns.
Oh, now you're just hoping.
Now you're reaching.
Now
Reach.
that's right.
Okay, fine. I'll go 2. I won't be greedy.
Okay. All right. Here's your coin flipper. Bengals at the Steelers.
Bengals.
Send Pittsburgh too, isn't it?
Yeah, they're
Here's
at
the thing. How many times has Burrow already been hit?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, but
So it's a battle of the teams with no offensive
Watt
line.
is out.
Yeah.
Watt is out.
Yeah.
Watt,
I'm still going
Watt.
Pittsburgh.
Watt's out in Pittsburgh. You can run the ball on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but they still got Dunlap and Devin Bush and.
But you can run the ball on Pittsburgh, and I can see Mixon going off.
Bruiser, who would you like? I think
Bengals.
the Bengals. Sean?
Pittsburgh by a field goal.
That's a mighty big limb you're stepping out on there, buddy.
I know. I'm not happy about it.
But I'm gonna. Oh God. Wow.
That needs to be like when we do Dueling Aces merch. That needs to be a shirt. Just on the front says Dueling Aces, and on the back, be like, I'm not happy about this either.
Give me the team in PA.
Bears at the Browns. Adam.
Oh, you fucker! You would go to me first.
I'd go to the other way. Well, you know.
Are we getting Andy Dalton or Justin Fields?
You are getting.
Yes.
At some point in combination.
You are getting one of those two. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Browns and say Baker shuts up the fucking haters this week.
Sean?
Browns.
Bruiser?
Oh. Man, I want to pick the Bears, but I can't because they were so terrible against the Rams, and they looked slightly mediocre against the Bengals.
So they look like a fucking Super Bowl team this week.
Yes, yeah, which is why I'm like, yeah, I'll take the Browns, but man,
begrudgingly. Okay. Zolt?
It don't matter who starts for the Bears. The Browns take it.
I like your confidence better. It's pretty bad. You're more confident than the Cleveland guys.
Maybe it's because I'm not there.
Listen, the Cleveland guy was more confident about Detroit last week, and
no doubt.
And the game has resumed, and it's still 17-14. And as the Lions are still taking them, it's the Ravens at the Lions.
Yeah, Baltimore. Just
Zolt,
go.
I was just going to say, Mr. Zolt, would you like to claim the Ravens now or later?
I'm going to claim the Ravens now and later.
Oh, my. Bruiser.
Lions.
Going with the Lions. Sean.
Ravens.
Lions have this weird ability to play the good teams better when they have to.
This is true.
Take the Ravens furthermore.
Man, Akers will be so happy with you that you picked his favorite team.
Yeah. Saints. Okay. The Houdini Saints at the Patriots. Sean.
Oh.
Patriots.
Adam.
Mac Jones outduels Jameis. Patriots.
Bruiser?
I don't know which game I want to watch less, this one or the Falcons Giants.
No, Falcons Giants by far. Even the
I was
prison
gonna
inmates
say.
would rather watch Gary Springer than watch that game.
Take the Saints.
I
Patriots are bad.
yeah, and that's the scary part is what kind of rebound is Peyton going to put up somebody's ass? And it's like, Sean Payton does not like losing to Belichick. I'm taking the Saints. I think it's a good rebounding game next week because the Patriots defense is Swiss cheese too. I know
worse
it's
than
Jekyll and
Swiss
Hyde, but Zolt.
Damn, all my fantasy guys going off.
I'm going to take the Patriots. It's kind of a pick 'em to me. However, this game has an over-under of 43, which is not the lowest this week, but it's damn close.
Damn.
That's just over under number of times that Red Zone switches away from that game.
Yeah,
Something more interesting.
That it won't get shown.
I was watching Red Zone yesterday, and they were showing the Chargers Cowboys game, and I swear I heard Siciliano go, "You know what? We're just gonna go watch something else."
That's funny. Next up is the Cards at the Jags. Anybody want the Jags?
No. Oh,
I'm
God,
off
no.
that bandwagon. I'm off the bandwagon.
I'm actually starting Kyler this week.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Well,
I
because
would.
Brady. Well, we haven't got to his game yet, but Brady has his stiffest test of the year, and I think I'll take Kyler versus the Jags and Brady versus his matchup.
Yeah.
I have Kyler that's in our league, and I have the Arizona defense, and I'm starting them both.
I'm starting Panthers all week.
Washington at the Bills.
Oh, Buffalo.
Me too. I'm going Buffalo. Bruiser.
Take the Redskins. The Washington football team.
Redskins
The football
it is.
team.
Sean.
Buffalo.
I'm just gonna call them the Sentinels from now on.
Adam. Yeah, I know.
Circle the wagons.
Jets at Broncos. Adam.
Mile high, all day.
Sean.
I'm going Jets.
Bruiser.
Who is it again?
Jets at the Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos.
Teddy Two Gloves.
I too. I'm in Teddy. I trust.
George, if you bring a zucchini over to my house
especially
that
in
big
Zolt's
again, I'm going to
league.
stab you, by the way.
What's that?
I said, if you bring a zucchini that big over to my house again, I'm going to stab you.
That's what she
13 loaves of zucchini bread, and we still had zucchini left over.
You
She
guys-
spent
You
she
guys,
spent
you guys
literally-
don't understand. The zucchini was this.
we measured it. It was almost 3 foot long, and at the bottom of it, it was damn near a foot around in diameter.
So it should have been up on the wall at the porn store.
Dude, if it was a dong, it would be the BBC of all BBCs. Like it was.
It was like that big around.
It was huge, and that one-armed wonder cut that thing apart and shredded it and baked all day Friday and made 13 loaves of zucchini bread.
Wow, that's impressive. 13 and still got probably about half of it, right?
No, we had about half a bowl left. We had to throw it out Saturday morning because it got left out overnight on the counter.
Zolt, I'm sorry, Jets at Broncos.
Broncos. Broncos favored by 11, and I talked about the lowest over-under in the league this week.
It's this game.
41 and a half.
Oh, so well, that's because the Broncos will win 40-0. I can see that.
No, just to get a field goal.
Just Dolphins at Raiders. Zolt.
It's gotta be the Raiders. They've convinced me.
well, no Tua, or
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
beat
just
up to
it's me. It's me. Raiders
yeah.
never win. But
I'm taking the
Screw it.
Raiders. Bruiser,
The Raiders.
Sean,
Who is the quarterback right now in Miami?
Jacoby Brisket.
what's that?
Raiders.
They got rid of the good kid. They cut his ass and put him on the practice squad.
Yeah,
No.
give me the Raiders.
now
Adam?
remember, Tua is day to day, right?
Those ribs are going to be hurting.
I understand. It's going to be give him a few shots a day, and
Yeah.
then give him a flak jacket and see what the
Say
hell
black
happens.
jacket.
Adam, who do you want?
It doesn't matter if it's Tua or Jacoby. I don't trust in either of them. Raiders it is.
All right. The choke job Seattle Seahawks at the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings.
I am going to take the Seahawks because I think Russell Wilson will be super pissed off. And
Well, of course you would, Homer.
somebody's about to have a 500-yard game. I think it is unlike Donkey Kong. He will tell Pete Carroll, screw the running game. We are lighting this bitch up.
Of course you would, Homer.
Can you give a few of those yards to Metcalf this week, please?
Yes.
No.
Oh yeah.
I'll lock it.
Thank you.
It'll because Lockett will be double and triple teamed. He'll throw to Metcalf, and all of a sudden the Vikings.
You shut your whore mouth about that triple team.
This way. We'll give him a half.
All right, I'll take Seattle too.
Going Vikings.
Adam.
See, this is like Zoltz has the issues with the Raiders. I had this issue last year with the fucking Vikings, and they're starting their shit again this year. So fuck the Vikings. They'll probably win it, but I'm taking the Sea Chickens.
Listen, the Vikings couldn't make a field goal yesterday either.
No, that's because they have an old Browns kicker.
That's right. Bruiser, who do you want?
The Vikings.
Okay.
Did you see somebody took the pictures of that kick, the video from that the kick yesterday, and put it to the Titanic music already?
Oh my
Jesus.
God, no.
They put it to the Titanic music and then the Vikings radio call. Because the radio call, the guy's like, it's up and it's good. Shot, no good. No good.
Whoops.
It was fantastic.
Next up. Ooh. Why couldn't they have flexed this one to Sunday night?
I was just going to say, it's like, screw the Sunday night game, screw the Monday night game.
It's like, how
This is
did
the
you
game of the
guys
week.
not flex this bad boy? The Bucks at the Rams.
Yup.
This will be the nationally televised afternoon game. This will have to be.
That's the Fox game, right?
Yeah, I believe this bad boy will be the Fox afternoon game. They will.
And this is a true pick'em. The over-under's at 54.5.
Take the Rams.
I'll take over. I'm taking the Rams myself. I think Tom Brady gets
8 up.
Anybody else with the Rams with me?
I said the Rams.
Okay.
I'll go Rams.
Adam?
Well, I'm going to be different. I'm going to go Bucks because you guys are going Rams.
Oh, I don't want to. Don't. It's kind of like, hey, don't let it. Don't pull a Kaufman. Don't let everybody influence you.
No, I have faith in Brady.
Yep. This is a pick'em for a reason. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks because Brady has been unstoppable so far.
Packers at 49ers. I am going.
Can we wait till we see how the Monday night game finishes?
No. Well, Green Bay is now up 21-17.
Never mind.
But Detroit has the football and are moving back down the field.
I'll go 49.
You got to remember, Green Bay started with the ball. Who said Niners?
I'll go 49ers.
I did too. Adam?
49ers.
Zolt?
Niners.
Bruiser?
I'll 49ers. Like, I want to believe that the Packers can turn into the Packers of old, and it's not happening.
Yeah, it's in San Francisco too.
I think there's too much division between the head coach and Aaron Rodgers.
Agreed. Monday night boring. We ought to
Yeah.
get some great ratings come next Monday night because it's the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Fucking
Eagles.
NFC East.
I'll take the Eagles.
Eagles. I begrudgingly took the Cowboys against the Chargers, but this one, it's like, ugh, I don't know.
You said the over-under on that Broncos game was 41.5, right?
Yes.
Over-under. The Broncos game goes over 41, or Matt Prater kicks a field goal longer than 41.
Prater kicks a field goal longer than 41.
Now, I was going to say, I don't think the Cards will kick a field goal.
Yeah.
They'll be
Maybe
scoring
not,
too many
but-
touchdowns. They'll score too many touchdowns. It's all extra points for Prater come Sunday.
You know what? Instead of the All-Star game, the Pro Bowl for the NFL, can we get Phil Dawson out of retirement? We'll get Sebastian Janikowski and Matt Prater and Martin Gramatica. We'll put the four of them on a field and just let them kick.
Oh,
for like
and
an hour.
Vinatieri's got to be in that too.
All right, we'll put Vinatieri in it
Vinatieri
too.
in there too.
Just keep moving them back a couple of yards every time they hit one.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
You know what would be? I don't know how.
You
well
start
the
them out
league-
at the 15, and you move them back in 5-yard increments.
Do you think both the Anderson and Anderson guys could still kick?
I don't know if Gary Anderson could kick still.
Gary and Morton both.
Yeah,
Well,
tell
you
you
know-
what. When I was little, my favorite NFL player was Gary Anderson because of his helmet.
Yeah, there was a single bar.
You know, Burr should want to have El Del Greco in there too.
Shit, I would have helped them. Or no,
I'd just
I
like to
wouldn't
see a
say
duel
no.
between Janikowski and Prater to see who fucking.
Yeah.
They'll be back at the opposing 5 and booting one, and it'll like ding off the crossbar.
Don't forget about Jason Elam. Elam did it too.
Elam had a leg on him.
He's got the 65-yarder as well. He's got it as well.
Yeah, but Janikowski, man.
Zolt, Eagles at Cowboys.
Give me the boys.
He's a
And
good
hopefully Dak can actually put up some points for them.
It's in Dallas.
And Philly lost Brandon Graham for the year.
Hey, Sean.
Yep.
Come here. Or I'm telling her to come here. Look at that.
Adam.
Oh, how about them Cowboys?
That's from where she broke it.
Sean, who do you want, Eagles or Cowboys?
Eagles.
I went with the Cowboys.
I just want to see more camera angles of Jones sitting in his owner's suite just fuming.
That is always the greatest, isn't it, though?
Clint, what in the blue hell are you doing awake, my man? Unfortunately, Lisa Lopez no less burned something, so we don't have to watch this game. Damn.
Oh, the Falcons, because she set Andre Rison's house on fire.
Yep.
That's right. Clint, go to bed, dude. Damn, man. Get some rest.
Let's end this.
Yeah.
We're over.
Yeah.
We gotta go. I gotta go.
4 o'clock comes early for me tomorrow.
Let's end this.
Right? I was going to say, I'm right there with y'all.
Roll the credits.
Where is it? I can't find it. Where is it?